Milton, a devastating Category 5 hurricane. Hello guys, welcome back to this extremely catastrophic update. Milton has made an 185 mile an hour hurricane, and it is lurking in the Gulf, and this thing will be headed straight towards Florida and the Tampa Bay area. So, the current status is that the wind speed is 180 miles an hour. Max wind gust, hear me right, 220 miles per hour. Dude, that is some crazy numbers, man. And it's moving about 10 miles an hour, but oh my god. What you talk about the rapid intensification, this thing is probably going to be a Category 6. Dude, yes, I know there's no such thing as a Category 6, but this thing will be. It's crazy. It's the same intensity as Hurricane Irma, 5 miles an hour stronger than Hurricane Katrina. Dude, what the actual hell? 905 millibar pressure. We already have hurricane warnings out for Florida. This thing, Category 5, Category 5, Category 5, Category 5, and then maybe starts to weaken down to a Category 4 once it gets to Florida because it encounters a little bit of that wind shear. But nonetheless, you still get a devastating Category 4 again in Florida. And I do have to point this out. Some ensemble members want to throw a Category 5 hurricane right into the Tampa Bay region, right through Central Florida. Oh my god, that will be very bad. If we saw a Category 5 hurricane in Tampa, oh my god, that would actually be devastating. Terrible, devastating, cataclysmic, bad, bad, bad. We don't want that. But unfortunately, that's what it's looking like. Because over the past few days, it's been from Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, Category 4. And if this trend continues to get stronger and that eye having lots of lightning in it, man, could we say Category 5 in hurricane? I think that's a little bit of a possibility, potential. I think that's a 40% of seeing a Category 5 in Florida. This is just bad. And we don't want to see that anymore in Florida from what we saw from Helene. But this is another setup, and this could be even worse than Helene. Think about that. This could be worse than Helene, or you get lucky and maybe get a Category 3. But that's still devastating. You still get lots of storm surge. The wind is a huge factor. 120 to 170. That is a huge variation. Again, Milton, we need to make evacuations now in Florida. If you haven't evacuated, evacuate tomorrow evening, or maybe even what's tomorrow? Tuesday? Okay. Make evacuations tomorrow because Wednesday, you're already going to feel the impacts of these outer bands coming in. You're going to see some tornadoes. This is going to be a tornadic day on Wednesday, and the landfall will be on Thursday most likely. So, man, this is just going to be a devastating setup. Oh my god, this is just bad. But let's go take a look at the H-Wharf of Milton, and you're going to see this well-defined eye, like a complete donut shape. You never see that in a hurricane. You only see that in the biggest, most epic, powerful, cataclysmic hurricanes you can possibly tell out there, like Katrina, Irma. You never see this well-defined donut hole. We move this forward, and this drops down all the way to a 900 millibar hurricane. the H-Wharf model, hinting at even more rapid intensification. This could be 190 miles an hour. What the heck? This would be very, very bad. I would tell you right now, we would have record-setting hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico, if it isn't already. We could see this thing intensify close to a 200-mile-an-hour hurricane. This is not a joke. And then, let's, go a little bit further out. Yes, you do see that the pressure starts to, rise a little. Yeah, it is like, let's see, 930, right about there. So, it is, like moderating slowly, and it is weakening. Thank God. Because of this thing, yes, you could still see a Category 5 in Florida. But, for now, these models have been consistent that this just wants to stay as, a pretty strong Category 4. And this is near Florida. And we start to get these outer bands. And this is, probably one of the best scenarios. Where you got a 950 outside of the Florida coast, which is equivalent to about a Category 3. That is the best scenario out there. Trust me, there are a lot worse. Let's go take out the halves A. The halves A. Oh, wow, the halves A really wants to weaken down the storm. These are the best solutions out there that you would want, but I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen. I do think that this is still going to be a devastating event for all of Florida. Really do think so. What the hell? Why is it not loading? Okay, so this model shows a 937. This is a lot more optimistic in my opinion. This is definitely a lot more optimistic than it is showing, but there is this period of very rapid intensification tomorrow again. But if you notice, look how delayed this model is. It is quite delayed, honestly. This wants to make landfall around, when is this? This is like Thursday morning. This one's actually bringing this a lot earlier. But again, you see that very, very, it destroys this storm very fast. I don't think that's going to happen. Half say is way too generous with this. I really do think it's going to be at least a Category 4 hitting Florida, or even a Category 5. I do not think that this thing will turn into a tropical storm immediately once it reaches Florida. I really don't think so. All the members have been saying that this will be in between a Category 3 and a Category 5 for Florida. So I don't think that's happening. I'm sorry, Florida. I don't want to say this, but man, you guys are just in trouble. Let's go take a look